Hello! Here I am. I've got a webcam. You can see me now. This is where the magic happens. It's definitely weird having a new thing to be looking at and talking to. I've kind of gotten used to the microphone thing. In the beginning, it was really odd talking to myself to a mic and trying to anticipate what people might ask. But now you get to see me, and I don't know, it makes it just that much more interesting. To do something a little different, I thought it would be fun to do a Q&A. Be a fun way for me just to kind of conversate with you. I kind of want to start out with one of my reasons for adding the webcam, and hopefully you guys will like it as well. I would like to upload videos more often, but with all the editing that I do, because I didn't have a webcam, I would put lots of stuff on the screen, pop up text, scroll, add sound effects, and all that fun stuff. And it is a blast. I really enjoy doing it, but it really takes a lot of time for me being able to actually upload content, and it also really slows down how much I get to play the game. It's not uncommon for me to only play an hour or two, and then I'll spend the next 10 to 12 hours just editing it all into a video. So even the shorter ones, the comma guides, they're like 8 to 10 minutes long, and they take a lot of work. But they're awesome. I hope you guys are really liking those. I get lots of amazing feedback from you guys. I'm so grateful for everything that you've been saying, all the encouragement and positive feedback. Hopefully the webcam is something that you guys will enjoy as well. So like I said, I wanted to start out with a Q&A. I posted a question on the Reddit site to see if anybody had any questions they'd like to ask me, and I did get a few responses here. In fact, I'll bring up the web page. Here we go. Now this is new to me. I'm not quite sure how the editing side of this will go. I'll try to cut out weird, awkward moments, but I don't know, maybe the whole thing's kind of a weird, awkward moment. All right, so I'm going to answer these in kind of a unique order, and there's a reason why. The first one I'm going to answer here is from Elzny. I wonder if you ever done an Eternal Harvest quest by literally souling every mob, arc, dungeon keeper all by yourself. If yes, how long did it take? Actually, I have one character that's a good long ways into that quest. It's my IOP, my main character. He's on step 28 of 35, and I was pretty gung-ho with it in the beginning. I did go out and capture every original monster, and I also went out and got every dungeon that was needed completely on my own. Now, since then, once I hit the arc monsters, I did pretty good for a few steps, but as you know, there's, I think, 20 arc monsters per step, and they're all over the place. So I did pretty good for the first 5 or 6 of those steps, and then I've just kind of done it passively. Every once in a while, I'll get on a kick where I'm like, I'm going to go find them all, and I'll go out and go hunting for them. But I've probably, getting to step 28, I've gotten about 90% of those on my own. Others I've gotten through just purchasing them in the market, if I find them for a really cheap price. But goodness, how long have I been working on it? 6 years? So I don't know if you would call it working on it, seeing as it's obviously not a huge concern. I guess one of my biggest worries has been that I'll get all the way to the Kralov, and then I won't be able to get the dungeon open to go fight the Kralov, so I kind of put the brakes on with that. But I hear that it can get open pretty easy, especially if you post here on the Reddit site. So that's that. All right, the next one I'm going to answer is down here at the bottom. Without shame, what 4-man team do you think would be the fastest to level if a new server came out? That's kind of a tricky one, because I think the knowledge of knowing what to go fight at what level is more important if you're going for speed than just which 4 classes are going to get you there. I mean, typically most people will tell you the most balanced class, simple balanced class, is going to be an IOP, an Innie, a Panda, and then fill in the blank with whatever support class you want. I think knowing exactly when to switch from fighting the gobbles to going to fighting the quacks to then going to fight the monsters on Odo Island, and knowing exactly where to go and right when to go to get the maximum amount of XP. That's probably going to be more important if you're strictly going for speed. Also knowing exactly how to knock out the achievements and stuff along the way. So I don't know if I can really answer that question with what classes will be the best. I did want to give you guys a quick note, if you didn't already. There is actually a new server opening up here soon. It's going to be a heroic server, and it's called, here we go, Thanatina. Now it's a heroic server, so I believe that means when you die, and it's going to be challenging. And then they also did just release a post here recently too of some changes that are coming to the heroic server. So if this is something you would be considering and you've played on these before, it might be a good idea for you to go read the changes just so you're not caught off guard. One of the changes I saw when I looked through it, PvP is not going to allow multi-accounting, at least on that server, but they made it sound like that was going to be across both heroic servers. So I could be mistaken on that. I was definitely mistaken on that in one of my how-to videos. I had a lot of people comment saying that in PvP, you can actually multi-account as a team of 3, but that just goes to show my lack of PvP experience, I guess. I don't PvP. I have no desire to PvP, so thank you so much for posting that so that other people didn't miss out on something that I was telling them they couldn't do. Okay, now Fallen the Dog, sorry, has a few questions here, and I'm going to kind of answer these in a mixed order. What class do you think needs reworked or isn't in good shape? I don't know. I feel like every class has its pros and its cons, and I know M, is constantly reworking their classes and changing it up, and it's a good thing to do from time to time. Yeah, nobody likes change. Everybody gets into a rhythm and they like the way they do things with their class, and the less complex classes don't change a whole lot even when they do revamp them. But then you get a class like the SAC that gets changed all the time, and it's like a complete rework. And I know the OSA is a big one right now that got a big rework, and people either love it or they hate it. I don't know if I can really answer that question, because for one, I don't play all the classes regularly, and two, I kind of feel like that's kind of part of the fun, part of the spice of the game is after a while the class gets changed up and you got to relearn them and you got to redo them, and yeah, there's going to be some things you don't like, but then there might be some things you really do. And I would hope that if any class is like broken, that they are taking note of that and they're going to get it worked on. So that's my thoughts on that one. I don't know if I have any particular class that I think needs to be completely reworked or changed up, but that's my thoughts on it. What's your favorite class and your favorite 4-man team? Well, my main team, the first class I started, my first team is an IOP, a Innie, a Panda, and an Inu. I mean, it's about as basic as it comes, and it's my whole 4-man 200 level team, and I've done a lot of stuff with them, and they're a blast. So I really like that one. I gotta say also the team I'm using right now to go on my quest to 200 is a blast. I deliberately made sure I picked classes that I haven't used before much. Now the Inu being the exception to that, but I've never played anything but a Chance Inu. So I made sure not to include Chance at all. So he's agility and intelligence, and it's been fun. One class I've always been kind of curious about, one team I should say, as a I've kind of always had it pictured as like a blitz team. I mean, you're just gonna try to get the job done as quick as you can, and that would be an IOP, a Craw, a SAC, and maybe a Mask. Now, I know that the Eka and the SRAM are also big damage dealers, so I don't know, any combination of those 6. I think the Uganak is also supposed to be a pretty big damage dealer, but I've like not played that class hardly at all. But I've always thought it would be really fun to put together just a straight up blitz team. Maybe all 4 classes are Omni build so that they can all hit in every element, and just to see what that would be like. But that would be so expensive, and I feel like I'm always struggling for commas, even just for cheap old gear that's obsolete. I feel like I'd never have enough commas to do all that. So, I don't know. Anybody out there adventurous enough to give that a shot, let me know what you think of it. Just a straight damage blitz team all 4 Omni characters or crit build characters, and you just go to town with it. That could be fun. What mechanic would you like to be implemented in the game? I like this question. I actually have one thing that I've always thought would be cool to have in the game, and then I had another one that kind of recently came up that I think would be fun too. The one that I think would be great is if they had trophies that would drop from the bosses of dungeons, and then you could display those trophies inside your Haven bag. So imagine like a trophy case that you could put on the wall or along one of the walls of your Haven bag, and then anytime you went to beat a dungeon, the very first time, you would get a trophy that could be put into that case. So you beat the Royal Gobble dungeon and you get like the head of a gobble. That sounds really bad. But you get some kind of a trophy that shows that it's the Royal Gobble, and you can put it in that case. And I thought that would be really cool, that if the case was big enough to hold a trophy from every dungeon, it would then create incentive to want to invite people into your Haven bag so that you could show them all the dungeons that you've done. I thought that would be really cool. I've always thought that would be really cool. Even if it's not a trophy case, maybe it's just something that could be mounted on the wall. But that's one thing I've always thought would be really cool to have in the game. Another thing I thought would be neat, kind of relates back to that Eternal Harvest question. It would be nice if there was a potion or, I don't know, something that you could consume that would give you a short period of detecting arc monsters, like in an area of so many spaces from where your character is at. Encyclopedia will give you a general idea of where you can find certain arc monsters on the map, but that's as far as it goes. But I thought it would be really cool if you could then run to that area, pop this potion, and then for like the next 5 minutes, the arc monsters will pop up on that mini map. Maybe it doesn't tell you what they are, but it just tells you where they are. And then you can run around and try to collect those or fight those, look for whichever one it is that you're trying to get. I don't know if that's something they could do or not, but I think that would be helpful, because sometimes the hardest part of that Eternal Harvest quest is just checking every single map. You try to, so you know the area that they're in. Okay, they're in this block of space, so you start in this corner, you try to go across, and then you go back this way, and then you go back this way, and you're trying not to miss any square because you think that it could be on any of those squares. There's just nothing to give you like a direction of where they are at. So I don't know. I think that would be a very helpful mechanic to be able to have. All right, and your last question, I saved this one for last because it says, what's your opinion of the current state of Infinite Dreams? And I don't know. I've never done it. Even last year with I know they remodeled the whole thing and revamped it here recently. I've never done it. Never even went inside to see what it looks like. So let's go give it a try. Let's go see what it looks like. I think that'll be a fun way to explore something completely brand new, and you get to see my silly looks on my face as I'm trying to figure out how something works, because I got a webcam now. You can see me. So, all right, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get my team logged in, and then we'll go into Infinite Dreams and see what we can figure out. Okay, got the whole team logged and grouped. On a side note, something that happened in I think it was last episode 18, where I mentioned that the dungeon quest, I was still on level 50 dungeons and it was kind of lame. So I said I was going to try to move further along in that line, and look at that. I completed 100% of the level 50 dungeons and their achievements, which was pretty cool. In fact, look at all those achievement points we've got now. That was pretty fun. If you're looking for some really fast commas to make, I mean, it's not going to be humongous commas just because they're level 50 dungeons, but if you've never gone through and done all those achievements, you get a lot of resources and you get a lot of commas, and if you're knocking out multiple achievements per fight, in fact, let me unhide this. So like every dungeon has 6 achievements, and then you get a bonus achievement here. If you've not gone through and done all these, there are a ton of commas and resources that you get, and if you're a high level and blitz through these things super fast. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you make some pretty decent money out of the deals. So if you're looking for some quick cash and nothing in the market selling at the moment, you might give that a shot. But that's why I'm over here, because this was actually the last dungeon that I needed to take care of to finish that up. Alright, now I believe this is the Infinite Dream symbol, and I literally have never done this before, so I believe I can click this and I can invite the rest of my team in. I don't know if they just beam right in right away, so let's see what happens. Look at that. Wow, this looks pretty cool. Kokorupt, Draconeros, Infinu. That's fun. Ooh, look at the map. Whoa! Wow, that's pretty cool looking. Wow, that is pretty... Oh, is this me? That's me! This is pretty cool. I have no idea. Oh, okay. So these are the different areas. 400 plus. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if there's a specific level requirement for this. I thought it was something you could go into at any level. Let's see. Let's talk to this guy. Let's see what he says. Dream the world, mortal, not this pale shadow that some call reality. Dream the world as it really is. Start a new exploration. Try and understand where you are. Learn more about the legendary items. Return to the 12. Let's try to understand, because I have no idea what I'm doing. You are far from your world, yet you are close to what it has been or could be. You are everywhere and nowhere at once. Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. You are at the heart of the astral plane inside the dragon's dream. Pinch yourself. You are confusing dreams with deception. Mortals think that dreams aren't real just because they're intangible. Dreams are real, but they are made of viewpoints and memories and witty thoughts and lost hopes. Ask where the opening behind him goes. It will give you access to the mysteries of the Well of Infinite Dreams. In its depths, the worst nightmares of the world of 12's warriors exist right alongside their dreams of glory. Brilliant victories, crushing defeats. Oh, somebody just walked into my dream. Crushing defeats, the desire for power and the fear of death all blend together to bring the most terrible possible enemies to life. And why should such a place ever exist? So that heroes can find challenges that rise to the level of their aspirations, and so that they can protect the kingdom that shines thanks to their accomplishments. For a great danger threatens that kingdom. The future looks dark. There are signs indicating that one day mortals will dream no more. The dreamlands will then be in great peril. Tales and dreams are shadow truths that will endure long after facts are forgotten and long-held convictions are reduced to ashes. But the dream must be fed, or it will weaken. Its colors fade, its details become blurry, and its symbols lose their meaning. So that the dream may dream of itself, so that its thirst may be quenched once the fountain has ceased to flow. I created the Well of Infinite Dreams, a well where the material and dream worlds intermingle. Somebody else hopping into my dreams. Had a cool outfit. And where dreamers face their own hopes and fears head on. An inexhaustible source of stories, fables, and legends that will be sung and whispered until the end of time. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's start a new exploration. Are you sure of your choice? If you had started to explore the wells of dreams, all the progress you've made will vanish from your memory. Well, I ain't started nothing. Confirm. If you want, or if your adventure so requires, I can soothe the well's turmoils to adopt its strength to yours. Alas, mortal, although this experience will be good training, you may not find the riches that some adventurers lust after. Start a training exploration at your level, or start the classic at level 200. I guess I'm near 200, but I don't think I'm 200. My gear's definitely not there. If you guys have noticed, my gear, I'm trying to catch up to some decent gear at the moment. I still got really undercapped gear on. So let's start at our current level. Let's see what happens. Ooh, cool, it invited them. Alright, so let's see here. What is this? Group bonus. No group bonus. Floor 174. Dreams of Smoke and Mirrors. Dream points 400. Well, I wonder what I can do with dream points. Room 2. 1. Interesting. Well, I guess start with room 1? Oops, that's not the right person. Oh, I hope I didn't mess it up. I went in with the wrong person. Can I still go in here? Okay, good. We're all still grouped together. Oh, look at this! Seeing the Scaraleaf in a dungeon or in a place where it's not supposed to be, that is really weird. Okay, 696. Oh wow, 693. That's actually, this might be some really good XP. Oh, this is cool. Let's see. Oh, I didn't check this. Astral Calm. No team gets extra effects for this fight. Okay, well, thank you, I guess. Let's bring in the team. This is really cool. I'm liking what I'm seeing here at the moment. I think that bug looks awesome. 18,000. What? It's not supposed to have 18,000. Oh my goodness, and the summon's got 4,000. Wow. All right, well, we can start with this, I suppose. And then let's put counter on. All right, I got my sound coming through the speakers here. I hope it's not too loud. Also, if you have a preference, if you guys think I should put the camera on the other side versus the side I have it on, or if it needs to be a little bigger or a little smaller, if you could leave me some comments below. I really don't know how that looks on your end very well. Okay, I can't use fire on him. Oh my goodness, a gobble with 4,000 HP. That's so cool. Well, I say that's cool, but if this thing destroys me, I won't think it's that cool. Oh my goodness, it's like a little mini boss. Wow. I'm actually a little nervous because my gear isn't where it needs to be for this kind of a battle, but all right, we'll see. This is pretty cool though. That's okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take me out a gobble. Ooh. Oh, I haven't even fought the Pandora yet. There's parts of that dungeon that's fun, and there's other parts that are extremely annoying. I remember there's one in particular. Let's see, can I put shields on here? And let's come up here, use some pushback agility on you. There's one room in the Pandora where you have to destroy these blocks using pushback damage, and they only have like 1 or 2 HP, but you have to push them back to destroy them before you can get to the actual enemies, and if you don't destroy them and get to the enemies re-summon a block, so you're constantly trying to just destroy these annoying blocks so that you could get to what you need to kill. It's doing pretty good. I'm gonna get you kind of on a healing roll here. It's been a while since I've actually fought something that was, you could say, my appropriate level, because I've been fighting in dungeons that I'm really undercapped for. Let's see, we'll finish off the, yes, there we go. Alright, that takes care of that. Oh, the gobble's trying to run away. I'm going to chase it down. So I got close to finishing it. Oh, so close. Can I move? Oh, I'm locked. Oh, oh. Ouch. hitting me with some beer. Okay. Let's put this here. I think this could finish off the gobble if I jump on here. There we go. Gorgeous. All right, what are you? Oh, you're weak to agility. Let's hit you. Oh, he's a summon. I just realized he's a summon. Awesome. The bug just killed that thing for me. That was very nice of you. Let's scoot you back a little bit. What do you got? Alright, 1 space. Gonna need to do some healing here in a minute. Blast you. Alright. Let's heal this, or let's get this to level 3. And put some health on you. Alright, and very high resistance to intelligence, so we're gonna... Actually, what kind of pushback can we get? 150. Let's hit with that. Alright, I'm gonna put this on us so that we don't get hit by the harpooner. This is pretty cool. You asked what I think of the Infinite Forest, or the Infinite Dreams. Infinite Forest. Wrong game. Infinite Dreams so far. And I gotta say, this is kind of cool, but man, these things have so much health. I am hurting. Alright, go ahead and hit you. It's alright. I'm starting to get them outnumbered. If I can gang up on the bug. 24% resistance to everything, though. That's what makes that really challenging. I use pushback. Pushback. And let's hit you. There we go. Whew. That bug does not like me. Oh, sweet. You stayed right there. Switch you over. Blast you. Switch you again. And unfortunately, I'm gonna lose an MP, so I can still hit you with this again. Nice. That worked out pretty good. Oh, and I can do it again. That's fun. All right, now I should be able to finish this guy off. Not with that move, though. There we go. Oh my goodness, this guy's a tank. I guess I really didn't want you to. I was really hoping to use a healing move, but I guess that's it for this turn. Alright, well, if Pandora will stay over there, I can focus on this guy. Actually get to keep all my AP this time. That's a plus. Man, this bug is so tough. That is wild. No, don't destroy my harpooner. Okay, let's go with alright, I put this on again. Let's put this out here just so we got something. And unfortunately, I can't really use any of my spells at the moment without hitting Greybeard too, and I don't want to do that, so alright, I guess that's gonna be it for now. Oh, it's healing itself. What's that all about? Okay. Haha. That's so fun. Alright, bug. Bring it on. Switch you around. And it's gonna blast you again. Alright, let's evolve this. Start working it up. This harpooner can really put out some damage when it's needed. And get some heals going. Okay, here we go. Well, I guess my spell to keep me from getting hit is worn off now. see. I know this is turning into kind of a long fight. I had no idea this would be such a long fight, so I might put some of this in fast forward. I looked up at my light. Okay, if you're wondering why I all of a sudden went, oh, it's because I thought that was the camera over there. So I'm going to put some of this in fast forward, and then I'll slow it back down once I get closer to the end, because I got a feeling with 13,000 and 18,000, this is going to take a little time. So here we go. Wow, that was close. Oh man, admit it. Like me, you didn't think I was going to make that. Oh my goodness. I got 45 points. Comes out to almost a point and a half a minute. I don't know if that's good or not. Alright, let's see. Interesting. What's this thing? Oh, I'm not on the right. Keep forgetting smoking is the one that came in here. What is this? Astral Storm. Monster placements and challenges will probably be different. Wow. Alright, well I have no idea what some of this means, but this is where having a YouTube channel can be extremely handy. I did it again. I looked up at the light thinking it was the camera. Anyways, so this is my first video with a webcam. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Hope you enjoyed my first attempt at this Infinite Dreams. Man, 30 minutes for that fight. Now, like I said, the gear I got on is probably what held me back quite a bit on that, but I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know if it's typically that challenging. If that's typically how challenging it is, I mean, it's fun, but it's definitely not a good way to try to gain a bunch of XP. And I have no idea how to use these points. Like, I don't see any spot to use points except for whatever that astral thing was. But if you could leave me some comments maybe on what the different things are here, how they work, that would be extremely helpful. Maybe I'll come back in here and do some more fights and see if I can get the hang of it a little bit. It's definitely something worthy of a how-to video, but I definitely don't know how to do this yet, so that could be something on down the road someday. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping that I can get this up fairly quickly with only a handful of editing, but first time I'm doing one of these, so we'll see what it's like. Again, if you got any comments, where to place the camera, do you want it to be more on the side where you're looking at it from the side, bigger, smaller, not at all? Just let me know. Thank you guys so much again for all the support, feedback, and if you don't mind, hit that like button for me. Helps YouTube promote my videos, and turn on notifications if you want to know my videos go live. Thank you so much for coming by, and I will see you on the next one.